Today I'm excited to announce agented support within Freeplay. With Freeplay, we've extended the ability to conduct multi-level evals, added functionality to our datasets to support agent-level datasets, as well as extended our testing suite to perform end-to-end tests. Today I'm going to walk us through how we can use this new agent support in Freeplay to identify an issue within our agent, iterate on components of our agent in order to improve and fix that issue, test our entire workflow against those changes, and make a deployment decision. Let's go ahead and jump in. Scrolling down here, what we'll see is our support agent, which accepts users' inquiries and routes based on what they're asking. Here we see an example of individual completions based on the user's input in order to perform the right actions. At this level, we have individual completions, and these are interactions between the LLM and the user, or the LLM conducting actions. In Freeplay, we've added agent support at the trace level up at the top, which is our logical groupings of these completions. So all of those related agented steps that are being taken are grouped by the traces within Freeplay, and that is where our agents live. This allows us to perform tests of our agents. On the right-hand side, we see we several evaluations of this agentic workflow. We have tool effectiveness, how well is our agent using tools, task adherence, and then some guardrail checks to make sure we reply to our users appropriately. These agent level evals are performed throughout that entire process in order to see how our agent is truly performing. In addition to that, we have more granular prompt level evaluations as well. Each of these completions we can click into, configure and set evaluations here to get those granular details of how our agent is performing at each individual step. We also get information about tool calls and what actions our agent is taking as it steps through. Let's go ahead and take a look at using these agentic level evals. We see that tool effectiveness and task adherence are a little low. We'd like them to be closer to 100%. Let's go ahead and actually use this in order to improve our agentic system. Going back to observability, we can take a look at different components of our agentic system by filtering, in this case, by agent evals, and we'll use the tool effectiveness one. We're going to look for any results that include 0.75. Filtering by that, we see we get several results here. So let's look into the top one and see what's going on. Clicking in and viewing each of these steps within the agent, let's look at this final completion that is actually providing that agentic eval. And we see down here that while it does provide a pretty good result to the user, it does not include a URL to the created issue. And in this case, that would be a useful result for our user because it would give them insight into where that issue is created and how they can track it. I'm going to pop this result into our prompt playground in order to see if we can iterate on the individual prompt itself. In the prompt playground, we can load different versions of our prompt and test different iterations of it. In this case, I've already prepared a link fits version of our prompt. And on the left-hand side here, we actually see that example that we are working on here. As we test it, we're able to do a head-to-head comparison of this completion and see that on the right-hand side with the link fits version, we do actually get provided a link to the result, which is what we're looking for here. So we've now gone through and made a change, tested that change within a component of our AI agentic system, but we need to understand how it impacts the entire system overall. To do this within Freeplay, we can use our end-to-end testing capability. So here I've already prepared this link fits test. And what we're looking at is this is the updated version of that AI system. And on the right-hand side, we have the previous version. Now, this is the entire agentic system. We note that it's been run via the SDK, and this is where we support agentic level testing because it allows you to test your production code, run the results through each component, as well as log those testing results. So each of these are our entire agentic system with that change added to that specific component. Scrolling down, we see the agent level evaluations at the top, and we notice that this has seen general improvement across the board for our agented system. Specifically, tool effectiveness and task adherence have both increased, as well as the guardrail has slightly increased. This indicates that the impact of that change on the entire workflow is net positive. But we also provide the ability to dive into the prompt level evaluations and see how that change may have impacted each individual component. We see general ties as well as improvement on the left-hand side, with maybe one minor decrease in output utility. However, based on the entire workflow truly improving in this result, we're going to move forward with that deployment of this change. So what we've seen here today is we used Freeplay to identify an issue in a subcomponent of our agentic system. We're able to use evaluations to track that issue, both at the agent level as well as the prompt level evals. Then we're able to propose a change in our prompt, update that change, and test it through our entire agentic system in order to see the impact of that change overall. As you and your team build agented systems, you'll quickly find the need for those different levels of evaluations and monitoring within your system to truly know what's going on in order to build your better agentic products. We wish you good luck building your AI systems and hope to see you using Freeplay.